Evening Kenya, this is Games Alerts. Karibuni sana kwenye show yetu ya jioni, show yetu ya Kenya News Alerts Evening Updates. I am your host Zulfa. Karibuni sana, karibuni sana. Nawashukuru sana. Sio wali watu wanza kujipaka makeup after tukishaanza show. I don't get why. Sawa. But welcome. Today is on the 23rd of 2025 May, and it's almost my birthday month, and I'm so excited for that. So people, as the producer is fixing the other camera, kuna swali moja nataka kuuliza. Who are we going to vote for? Who are we going to choose? Are there people who are gonna wataanza kutokeza after tushamaliza? Any like, because someone said, as not someone, but this morning I was reading and some people were saying that Gachagua has no place in politics. But my co-host can introduce themselves. I think the microphone is
on. Good evening, guys. How are you doing? I think you're good. Welcome to the show. Evening Updates. Here is where we give or say all what has happened in the country the whole day. Welcome. My name is Tilda. Na tukae ndani hadi saa 12. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome to the show. Now, nauliza swali. Mtu anasema Gachagua hana any chance pale. That is something that we've kept on saying now and then. That is something that we've kept on saying every moment. And others are saying that Gachagua has that. Some others are saying they want a Gen Z there. But who is that Gen Z? Babu yeye amesema anatisha governor seat. Babu amesema anatisha governor seat. So we cannot go and say Babu. And now here is Kalonzo today. An address actually. There's a whole speech you're going to listen to about that. Anasema ya kwamba ODM, they are not in the government for nini. They are just selfish people who are there to steal from the Kenyans. What can you say about that?
For me, I have nothing to say actually. But you know, Kalonzo has just spoken a lot since Martha Karua kwe deported. Mkuja ameongea kwa William Ruto. Venye hiyo mambo akijaribu kuiba kura. It's just a lot. People are talking about a lot, right? Yani ni vitu inakuja hapa katikati, but you know there's something that Koech said. Let's not concentrate on hizi vitu zenye zinakuja huku kando kando. There are things that are coming to distract us. There are things that are trying to, yani vitu ambavyo vimewekwa tu hapo vikuja kutu confuse so that we can forget what we want. But actually guys, saini nyinyi mkae rada, na mkisha kaa rada, you will know what to do in the 2027. Kuna mwingine hapo naye anasema hakuna kura 2027, sijui mpaka miaka 7 ishi. Miaka 7 nani alitoa hiyo amri? Kama miaka 5 imekushinda kufanya kazi, hiyo miaka 2 unaongeza juu utafanya nini? Do you think you'll do or you'll do work in the whole country for those 2 years? Yeah. Even now mtu amekaa like those 2 years, but hakuna still kitu atanafanya. Anaenda kutengeneza zile zenye zilikuwa za mwenzake. Anakuja anasema ni zake. Kwanza anajigamba nazo kabisa. So sometimes I always say Kalonzo is right to speak whatever he's speaking because he stands to the truth that is there, the truth that will hurt somebody, the truth that mtu akisikiza anaona ni kama huyu mtu nikaa ananichokora, huyu mtu nikaa anataka tu. No. That truth and that reality is what we want. You know how watu hata wakichagua mtu wa IBC, by the way, wanajua huyu kuna venye tutampeleka.
Obviously.
Na huyu ashapangwa. Na pia ashapangwa. Seti amekuja hapa ati ashapangwa. Okay. Si lazima mchange, sawa? Lakini tutakuwa hapo na TikTok, na YouTube, Instagram, tutakuwa tunaweka kila mahali. We wanna be there. Sijui by round
streaming live.
Yeah. Sijui round hii mtatufunga na nini. I don't know, but we will be there. We are not coming for a fight. We are coming to confirm. We are coming to make sure hakuna kura inaenda kando hata moja. Hakuna, and we want these agencies to be there. We want them to be there. So, hatutaki vitu zikuje ziharibike mambo. That's why these people are complaining about everything. Actually, what the government is doing right now is not okay. It's not okay. Ndio maana tuko, yani tunakaa rada. Ukisikia unaambiwa usiconcentrate sana na hii na happen huku kando kando. Hiyo ni kudistract. Wanataka kudistract, usifocus na ile kitu wewe unataka ama kitu unafanya. But guys, what I can tell you, my fellow Gen Zs, my fellow young youth, ile naambia to concentrate, sawa? You remember just the time you were at school, you were in the class, umekalia mock, huh? Hata president akuwa anapita ama MP magari zinapita kwa barabara hapo na kelele. Hata huku unashtuka hata kidogo. Unazisikiza tu na masikio na wewe unaendelea na kazi yako. That's how we want to be. Just focus. Eka tu focus nafanya nini? Achana na hizi zingine. Yes, we can look, tutauliza baadaye nini ilikuwa na hapo, lakini tunajua kile kitu ambacho tunataka kiko pale mbele. And it's not time for us to look sides and sides to look. It's time to focus. It doesn't matter what gets you, what finds you, but it's what you want. What matters most is what you want. You look, you follow it, you grab it, and then move with it. I think that's good. Yeah.
So, let us see the video of Kalonzo.
Have addressed delegates on a wide range of topics. You have thought things out, asked questions, and shared your professional experiences. All of this has resulted in today's key theme, self-management, and listening to Dr. Wale, self-regulation. A legendary Chinese philosopher, Lao Tzu, remarked in one of his well-known works that, I quote, "Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power." End of quote. This was penned centuries ago, I think really connect with me today. With absolute confidence, having observed the evolution of our republic from a unique viewpoint, as a lawyer, as a mediator in our conflicts in the region, as a lawmaker, yes, even one time as Deputy Speaker for a whole 5 years, as Assistant Minister, as Minister in about 5 to 6 ministries, Party Leader, the 10th Vice President of our country, and I'm told my friend Raila was here and he protested. I should not call him former, because once a Prime Minister, always a Prime Minister. And yes, I can live with being former, but really, the 10th edition of vice presidents in our country. It is no secret that something is indeed rotten in the state of Kenya today. And to be able to paraphrase William Shakespeare's Hamlet, whichever way you look at it, And I want to actually add that not only rotten, but you as professionals are called upon to make the difference. In that serious tragedy of Hamlet, the writer again reflecting said, time is out of joint, oh cursed spite. And I was born to set it right. I'm calling on you as professionals to recognize that time is out of joint, and you are called upon to do something about it. The state of the economy, whichever you look at it, from the state of the economy to misplaced and misguided policies in education, health and agricultural sectors, our nation is failing. The current regime prioritizes its own interests with nepotism and tribalism, willful corruption and abuse of state offices taking precedence over professionalism. They've even reinvented goonism, political goonism in our country. This morning's address, the role of professionals in national growth and transformation, is thus particularly timely as we reflect on the state of our nation. In my opinion, the accounting profession should be front and center as the foundation of accountability and transparency in a healthy democracy. Therefore, allow me to focus on 4 critical pillars that I believe members of ISPAC should be guided by in our determined quest to transform our beloved republic into a nation admired and respected regionally and internationally. Pillar number 1, on ethical leadership in professional practice. ISPAC has grown in the last 41 years to be a respected body of some 40,000 certified members who work in diverse sectors of the economy as accountants, as financial experts. Some of them were lent by ODM to William Ruto, auditors, and financial consultants practicing in Kenya and beyond our borders in 44 countries around the globe. Ethics is not some philosophical notion for abstract debate. It is the very essence of professional practice. When you sign off on financial statements, you are not just confirming numbers, you are risking your professional name. You confirm success or failure and define integrity and dishonesty. Ethical leadership is thus an imperative if we are determined to change the destiny of our republic. I therefore call on each one of you today to hold yourselves to a higher level of professional ethics. Your role goes beyond merely technically competent. It involves being a moral compass, bending towards ethical justice. When you witness something in error, do not be afraid to speak out. If you are put on the spot and asked to betray your values, please hold firm. Always remember, your signature is not just a sign, it is a guarantee. Like lawyers say, my word is my bond. Your signature is your guarantee. Not to your customers, but to your country. Pillar number 2, ladies and gentlemen, institutional integrity and nation building. I, like many other Kenyans, am concerned that the procurement systems, which are meant to ensure fairness and value for money, are being misused for personal gain. Kenya's budget processes that should align resources with national priorities have been turned into tools for political favoritism. At the heart of each of these failures is a professional who chose convenience over excellence, compliance over conscience. As a Nobel laureate, very own African leader, Wole Soyinka astutely puts it, and I quote, "The greatest threat to freedom is the absence of criticism." End of quote. It is time your profession regains its critical voice I encourage you to break free from mere compliance, box checking, and step forward as champions of real institutional change. When systems break down, take the initiative to redesign them. When processes are misused, take action to fix them. Remember, you're not just cogs in the institutional machine, you are the architects and the protectors of it. Ladies and gentlemen, August 27, 2010 will always remain one of the most important days for me, and I believe for our country, and also for you, as well as all Kenyans. As previously stated, I've had the honor of seeing firsthand some of the most significant events leading up to our country's rebirth. When our third president, President Mwai Kibaki, whom I had the honor to serve as his vice president, promulgated the new constitutional Republic of Kenya at Uhuru Park, Nairobi, I also took an oath of office as our country's 10th vice president. I swore to be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Kenya and to obey, to preserve, protect and defend our Constitution as by law established, and all other laws of the Republic, and that I would protect and uphold the sovereignty, the integrity and dignity of the people of Kenya. I therefore have an obligation, if not a duty, to speak out against the current regime's blatant, indeed criminal attempts to state capture independent constitutional offices such as the Auditor General and the Controller of Budget, as well as intimidate the current office bearers, Nancy Gavungu and Margaret Nyakango in particular. There was written in Proverbs 11, I quote 11:3, when the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? This was come to mind. I know we are from various faiths, but I think God is universal. The foundations, according to me, are getting destroyed. The righteous act of these two high professionals, Nancy Gavungu and Dr. Nyakango, in exposing wanton rot perpetuated by the current leadership should be celebrated. Despite threats and outright intimidation, they have stood strong and firm. Their moral conscience stays unwavering. They are, in my opinion, genuine shujas, mashujaa wetu. I urge ISPAC leadership to stand with and support these two heroes who are members of your profession and give your voices to publicly condemn a dictatorship that has lost its moral authority, if ever it had one in the very first place. Pillar number 3, civic awakening and youth engagement. There is a civic awakening that is sweeping through our nation, and indeed actually through the continent, especially among the youth. The events of June 25th last year, what I call J25, marked a turning point in our national consciousness. When young Kenyans took to the streets across Kenya in droves, they were not just protesting against the punitive finance bill 2024, armed with a bottle of water, our national flag and their mobile phones. They were reclaiming their role in shaping the future of their nation. I find myself even thinking about what this means for Kenya's business community. These young adults, some of whom are your own students, or indeed your own children, are calling us to answer a basic question. What shall we bequeath to the next generation as professionals? As professionals, you do hold a special place in society. You have specialized knowledge that comes with both power and responsibility. How you choose to use this knowledge will determine whether you are seen as defenders of the status quo or defenders of change. Young people in Kenya are paying attention. They are wondering how professionals who understand the complexity of public finance can remain silent when public money is being stolen. They are wondering why experts who see unsustainable policies speak out only when a crisis has developed. I'm a firm believer in mentorship. It is important to guide young professionals, not just in the technical aspects of their job, but also in the domain of ethical leadership. Let us create forums for deep discussions between generations in our organizations. A nation that cannot mobilize the talent and idealism of its youth is one that risks falling behind. I encourage you today to step beyond professional comfort levels. Meet with policymakers, not as technical experts, but as defenders of economic justice. Use your analytical talent to bring into sharp focus the true costs of corruption and bad governance. Use your data analytics to provide us with an honest opinion on where existing policies are taking us. As our own Professor Kalista Juma correctly asserted, I quote, "It is not the size of resources that dictates Africa's development, but how efficiently those resources are utilized," end of quote. As professionals in accounting, you are guardians of that efficiency. Now my next thing is beyond compliance to conscience. As we near the end of the time we'll be sharing together, I challenge you to go beyond compliance to the next level of conscience. Conscious Kenyans. Utu. Compliance asks, is it legal? Where conscience asks, is it right? I also challenge you to take on 4 specific commitments. Commitment number 1, commit to being an ethical leader in your circle of influence. Where corruption exists, do not remain silent. Where power is being abused, do not stay quiet. Second commitment, take the pledge to seek change in institutions. Use your knowledge to construct structures and put in defense mechanisms to protect against exploitation. Do not stay as implementers in institutions, be transformers instead. Friends and fellow professionals, I have a question for you. Are you sure that Kenyans received nominations for purposes of reconstituting the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, who are representatives of your profession? I ask this question pointedly. I received two of your council members when I sat as a co-chair of the NATCO process at Bomas. Your voice was loud and clear. Are you taken seriously? As ISPAC, as accountants, people who have knowledge about numbers, the analytics, and in my view, the next elections will have to depend on accountants to give us correct numbers. Not other professions or lawyers like me, right? But accountants have a specific role if you're going to throw out the ghost, the ghost of election stealing and that kind of thing. You had that wonderful opportunity. I have another question for you. Why is it that none of the nominees handpicked by President William Ruto are professional members of ISPAC? Why is it? Why were the recommendations of your member, Mr. Andrew Tanui, who was one of the 9 members of the IEBC selection panel, ignored? I believe that if your position, which I represent truly, and the broad-based government consisting of UDA and ODM had held consultations and concurred in accordance with the National Dialogue Committee report recommendations, a nominee such as your chairman Kakai, who was on the short list of 9 recommended members of the constituted IBC, could have been included. And he's sitting here, ignored. I believe by ignoring your chairman, your president, you're being told, Mutadu, I urge you, as a professional body, to step up and join the rising number of people who have expressed no confidence with the Ruto nominations, as well as to request a full and unfurnished accounting of the vetting process by the IEBC selection panel. Kenyans expect nothing less. Third, ladies and gentlemen, let us take a pledge to mentor the next generation. Share your knowledge and experience with the next generation of professionals and leaders. Help create paths for young professionals to develop. Recall, true legacy is not individual success, it is forward thinking and allowing the effortless passage of information. Fourth, give back to your community. Your professional acumen gives you a keen vision of the challenges facing our nation. Employ that vision in public conversation. These commitments will not always be easy to keep. There even be personal or professional repercussions for standing up for what is right and what is just. But let us remember the powerful words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I quote, "The ultimate measure of a woman, a man or woman, is not where he or she stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands or she stands at times of challenge and adversity." End of quote. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I've taken the time to discuss what I truly believe is the role that professionals can play in reforming society. However, I'll be doing the profession an injustice if I did not address an urgent issue that, if handled, will aid in the realization of his vision and goals. When I accepted the invitation to address this distinguished gathering of more than 4,000 professionals,
Okay, so Pale, I can see Gypsy say hi, Queen Zulfa. Hi, how are you? How are you feeling? And then hi, beautiful ref Tilda. Referee. How you feeling?
Hi, how are you, Gypsy? Welcome to the show.
Anasema, sorry, did I hear Kalonzo say he was sworn in as the official opposition leader? By who? Who swore?
Watu wakianza kuchizi mnachana.
Watu Jaba ikishika wanakuja hapa mbele yetu kwanza kutuambia story ya Jaba. Hebu niambie hiyo speech umefeel aje?
A lot, hiyo ndio amenishangaza nayo yako.
Aliswore nini?
I don't know nani alimsua in, I don't know. Maybe alikuwa na dream. Alikuwa in his dreams. But he has talked a lot of good words. Zile zinajenga, zile zinasaidia. Anasema a good leader, where a good leader, but vitu mingi amekuwa akiquote. A lot. Amequote vitu mingi ya watu hapo akisema about the leadership, about how the country should be led. Yani, you know. And I just love the way he speaks. And the way, yani anaongea, huyu angekuwa a pastor, but which kind of a pastor? A teacher. Angekuwa mwalimu wa Biblia. Angekuwa sawa. Siasa, bali alienda huku kwa siasa ni kama hakukumfaa. Yeah. He teaches, by the way, he teaches so nice words, so good words that makes a Kenyan feel like this person anaweza kufunza neno ama anaweza kuambia jambo ambalo unaweza sikiza, jambo ambalo unaweza ukilisikiza linaweza kusaidia ama kukujenga wewe. Like the words he has spoken right now, that the words to build the country, the words to help the leaders, and the words how to lead the country, how to be, you understand, yeah? So these things, these words are the ones that we should take. I told you, if someone speaks, just listen. and just speak the most good words that they can help you. That they can help you feel you're good, you're comfortable, you're okay. Yeah? Hata ukienda mahali mtu akizungumza unamwambia no. Ukiona mtu anafanya kitu mbaya unamwambia no. You know, I learned somewhere from this person that you should not be like this. Be a good leader. Behave like a leader. Behave like an adult. Behave like a leader that you're leading the country. Behave like that person who is there to make sure Kenyans or the country is on a good condition. Sio kama saizi. Saizi by the way there's a lot that is going on. Samia Suluhu anaongelea huku. Aya ndio huyu Ruto naye anaongelea huku. Akina Kalonzo ndio hawa huku. Akina Sakaja huku. Akina Babu, and so many people. Yani this thing has made sasa right now you can see where the grudges are. Right now you can see where the grudges are. Utajua nani wamekosana. Babu Owino na Sakaja hawa nao hawezi enda njia moja. Hawa hawezi pita njia moja. Wanaweza uana kwa kipatana katikati. Those people, hey,
you know, so Babu Owino is like I'm gonna say a woman's gone when it comes to Sakaja. Sabu Raila, okay, so sababu Raila alikuwa amesemaga atamsupport Babu, and then Babu did everything. I remember Babu being taken and the wife saying that Babu should be released. I remember Babu fighting for Raila, and then I don't think, then they differed kidogo, and either they had not even differed kwanza, and then Raila threw Babu out like nasema uji mbaya ama warumoto. And ngoja, are they paid to do these press conferences? Are they paid to do that? I don't know.
I don't know if they're paid. I don't know if they're being given money to come and do such, but maybe they know by themselves. Actually, so many things in the country you can't know, like for like us. Huh? Kitambo ufikie maneno ya jue, utakuwa umeenda long way sana.
Sababu mtu anasema tu anafanya press conference yake. Anaongea kitu hata amujui. Anaongea tu anabwata tu. Huyu ali get sworn in. We are gonna get the good things. Gypsy pale chini anasema the summary of the party leader Wiper Democratic Movement, formerly Orange Democratic Movement, Kenya, Kalonzo Musyoka, also serves as chief commissioner of the Kenya Scouts Association. Yeah, true. I used to be a scout back when. Peter Kimane. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Are they paid to host these press conferences? Because they just... you are...
But sahi watu wanafikiria tu kile kitu yenye wanaweza amka waende wakaseme mahali. You just wake up and say, wacha niende niongee kitu fulani. Wacha niende leo sioni kitu nadu. So wacha tu niende nifanye aje. Wacha niende niongelele fulani. Ama wacha niende niambie wa Kenya hivi na hivi. It has been like it's for everyone. You like right now Kalonzo ndio huyo alikuwa anabonga. Kindiki amekuwa mahali. Nani mwingine? Alafu wale watu wa Gachagua pia. Gachagua scoops wamekuwa Meru. Is it Meru or Nyandarua or where? I think it's Meru. Wamekuwa huko pia nao wakifanya shughuli zao. Yaani right now watu wako busy kufanya kazi nyingine yenye hata tuelewi ni kazi gani. You are busy doing the work that we didn't give you to do. You are just coming mambo tu ya pesa, but the pesa ndio inasikika tu. You say Kenya imesota, And we see people giving out 100,000, 50,000, 200,000, 1 million, 500,000. And then you say, hakuna pesa Kenya. Hawa watu kwani nao wanatoa wapi pesa? Kama mtu anaweza toa 100,000. Ni mtu mmoja. One person. Alafu you complain, Kenya has no money. You know, when I tell you Kenya is so rich, Kenya is not a poor country. Kenya is not that country that you just come and feel like ni country yenye unaweza cheza. No. Kenya is rich. The problem is our leaders. Wanachukua hizi pesa, wanazikusanya, wanaziweka kwa banks zao, kwa mifuko zao. Huh? And then they go and pretend to, when wakienda mchango na pretend venye wako na do mingi, zenye wanatoa hapo wakifanya ma press conference zao hapo. These are just money that they are using. The Kenyans, our money that they are spending outside there. Si tukiwa hapa, tunangangana venye tutapata hiyo do ndio tulipe tax. Ama
tunaambiwa tax.
Tax ama
tax.
Hiyo jina mimi ni tongue twist kwa.
X.
Tax.
X. Ek. Kuna k. X. Tax.
Tax.
Sema tax.
Takisi.
Takisi zetu. Haya, Zulfa is part of the job. Politicians are their own masters. They just wake up and they feel, let me go speak.
Their own pay masters.
Oh yeah, thank you. They just wake up and they go and they speak. Anything, anyhow, they don't even care how that thing is going to affect whatever. Nimesikia Sudi amesema that he is going to make sure they rig the election.
Sudi sana. Who is Sudi? Who is Sudi na? Kuna watu wengine by the way. Yana akiongea una feel it's like now what are you? Hey, Sudi. I would like to meet. By the way, unaona mimi ni wanaitwa wenye wanajiita waheshimiwa hawa bunge wote. Naona hata kama kuna ule nimemeet physically. Juu naweza muuliza maswali mpaka niangalie hivi ashangae. You know, I've seen a clip somewhere. Mpaka huyo mtu mwenye alikuwa na interview mwingine hapo. Laitwa aje? Huyo content creator mwenye alikuwa na nini hapo. Sema kweli kutetea Ruto saa hii Kenya ni ngumu sana. Hii mambo ya nyumba. Ameenda akauliza vizuri. Hii mambo ya nyumba yenye Ruto amelaunch na anapea watu. Wewe unaona aje? Ni kazi mzuri anafanya au nini? Wewe jamaa akamjibu vizuri. Wewe inakusaidia na nini? Wewe hizo nyumba zinakusaidia nini? Una nyumba kwenyu? Si mimi nina nyumba kwetu? Sasa hizo nyumba zinakusaidia wewe na nini? Ukiambiwa support housing levy siju whatever. Wewe inakusaidia wewe tu kibinafsi. Niambie tu wewe kibinafsi inakusaidia na nini? Yeye inafaa si atuulize sisi pesa. Juu anataka kujengea watu, kuna wale watoto walifiwa kitambo na wazazi wao wana mahali pa kuishi. Yaani wale watu wenye huko nje huko. Ndio inafaa achukue pesa yake ajengea hao watoto, ndio tuseme anafanya kazi. Hao watu wenye wako huko hawana makao mahali pa kukaa. Ndio waeke huko. Haya, kama ni swali lingine, haya akamwambia sijui ameleta mambo ya SHA. Akamuuliza ameleta mambo ya SHA. Wewe hiyo SHA inakusaidia nini? Inakusaidia na nini wewe? Yako inafanya?
Huyu nani wewe? Again, I want you're telling me things, I'm just looking like, why?
You know, when you sit down, saile tunafanya zile uploading zetu huko pole pole. You pass across a clip. Kumbe kuna mambo huko hivi.
Ati what?
But then when it comes...
No, I want you to do this again. What? So, housing, wewe nakusaidia aje? This is the interviewer. the
Sasa mwenye
interview
anakuwa interviewed.
ndio anauliza hivyo maswali.
Yeah.
So basically you're two interviewers.
Of
whatever.
course he was right, because wewe inakusaidia na hiyo nyumba inakusaidia na
Nani alikuwa anasema hivyo?
Ama wewe hiyo nyumba,
say something.
Hizo nyumba zenye wamejenga zinakusaidia wewe? Zinakusaidia wewe?
Wacha nimesema unit moja ndio ngapi? Unajua bado mpaka saa hii I'm still with that issue. Pale naona kuna bwana Koech anasema, ngoja tuanze pale juu. Sawa, Gypsy says, would you go to a huge national charity box with a Kenyan banner without a pay? Come on, let them enjoy the taxpayers' dosh. I think a cruise is gonna make me feel good. I swear. I swear. I think. And Gypsy, you know what I'm talking about. Now, Coach says, allow me to begin to by extending my greetings to the moderator, lest I inadvertently find myself excluded from the team at Gypsy Corner. Multi-Pan-Africanist. Hi. Hiyo greeting, jamani. Alafu kuna Oscar, Gypsy says, Oscar Sudi is just being Oscar Sudi. Zulfa, are you talking about the secret recording? Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Aya. Victor Kaleka, when you want to have a say in the government from your political party, have a candidate to vie for seats through UA ni gani? UA party ni gani? Mambo Victor, when they win and become elected, you'll have a say in the governments.
Uko wapi? Mimi nakutafuta to launch nini yetu, party yetu.
Na wewe na yeye.
Ndio tukue na say. Where are you? I wanna get you now.
And then Gypsy says, hi Coach Brian, that's quite an entrance. That is quite an entrance. So lazima make you. It is like Rihanna entering the Met Gala. Now, remember you are a moderator too. Yeah, Gypsy has appointed Coach Brian to be a moderator. And then Kaleka is saying, Kalonzo doesn't have a say in the government because he has less little members who attack ODM because it has a say in the government. So Oscar Sudi says, that if they don't win in the coming election, they shall be arrested. And that is true. Sababu nakumbuka kuna mtu mmoja ambaye alisema ya kwamba if they are not, if any wakati Ruto ame step out of that seat, anafaa kupelekwa aanze for the deaths of people, for a lot of things. Do you believe in that, Tilda?
Nana nampeleka kwanza.
Sisi sisi wa Kenya.
Hiyo kitu mtoleta. Do you say God? Mnaona Ruto mnaweza mpeleka tu hivi venyewe mnafikiri. You can't just take Ruto like that, my dear friends. Ruto atawapeleka. Ruto sasa hivi nafaa mngekuwa wengine mngekuwa Masai Ruto kwa Hague. Upresident wake anafanyia huko Hague. But they knew huyu Raila akiingia kwa kiti, akiingia ofisini, tunarudi Hague. And by the way, it was just like that. Kwa hiyo mlichanuka mapema. Lakini inafuata hata ukitoka tu kwa kiti tunarudi tu Hague. Juu you have so much to explain of. You have so much to tell us. And you have a lot to do. You have a lot to do, actually. Because Kenyans, unakaa chini hivi unaangalia venye Kenyans wamekufa, venye vitu zina happen in our country. And then somebody is just there. Ako tu. Our president. Yes. Our William Samoei Ruto Kipchirchir. The son of somebody. Yuko tu. Mtangoja aonge. Hey. Mtangoja sana. It's just keeping on working on his own work. Ana anashughulika tu na shughuli zake. Lakini the problem is anakujanga naongea once nayo ya power. once naye ya power yenye akikwambia moja unakaa chini unaenda unafikiria kwanza mara 2 3. Did he mean it or he was just talking? Because you know these politicians like talking. But let me tell you now, if you hear a politician talking about something, my friends, just know it's true. Aki mimi nimekuja siku hizi nimekuja kuamini. Akikuongelesha akikwambia wewe mahali nitakupata ujue nitakuvunja. Aki walai atakuvunja. You just talk nonsense.
Actually, I want to talk about this as we continue. So, that lady from Uganda, let me see her name.
Danyi.
Agatha, who was found at the border of Uganda in the early hours of May 23, 2025, confirms that sexual abuse was one of the tools torture implemented by the Tanzanian authorities. It makes me want to cry.
No, just read it.
Agatha, who was found at the border of Uganda in the early hours of May 23, 2025, confirms that sexual abuse was one of the tools torture implemented by the Tanzanian authorities.
Tanzania wameamua tuende hiyo njia, sio? You've decided we go that way. But I always say some things, you don't fight with your mouth. You don't fight with your hands. Hauendi kujipigania hiyo vita. Sometimes, for me, I always say, God is for everything. There's a lady. Mwenye amefanyiwa, hiyo ni unyama. Amefanyiwa. And I know, guys, if you just sit down, ukianza kufikiria about this whole thing, actually you will cry. It's so painful. It's so hurtful. Just for such people to come and do for a certain lady like that. But let me tell you, we always say that God never sleeps. God is that person, God is somebody who will never leave you alone. That's why unaambiwa hatupiganangi wenyewe, tunapiganiwa na Mungu. But sometimes keep yourselves in prayers. Prayers help a lot. Like for me, I can say maombi yanasaidia sana sana tena sana. For our country, we have to pray for it kabisa, and it's not a joke.
Yeah, prayer is powerful, obviously. So, but do you think that woman is ever going to be the same?
It's not going to be the same again because
I don't get. So I usually, let me tell you this one thing that I'll never ever get, ever. Why would you sexually violate someone? What? As in, so as the big man you are, you felt that let me abuse this woman sexually, you know, to nimhumble. Like what? Simu mungempiga basi. I mean, why didn't you not violate Mwangi? Simge violate Mwangi basi. If it is a torture method, like what? So now your private part is used as a torture tool. Oh my God. Yeah, some things just make me wanna go crazy kwa akili, because I don't know umekaa umefikiria aje, let me rape this woman. I'm so sorry to the family of to her. I'm sorry that had to happen to you as you are fighting for the fellow human beings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Obed Ndayi is in the house. Anasema good evening, our team. KNA, sawa. Nawapata fiti sana, keep up. Then Victor Kaleka says, hi Gypsy, Zulfa, Tilda, and commentators. Victor Kaleka says, Raila, atarudishia wabeberu tena ndio tuseme no for him. Yeah. Yeah.
Wabeberu ni wapi?
Hiyo si ngoma inaitwa hivyo wabeberu.
What, Victor? What is wabeberu?
So who was the person alikuwa anafanya hivyo? Anapewa interview anajibisha maswali.
I don't know their names. But it's just a certain channel. You know, what TV? I don't know. Something TV. I was just passing by, nikaona a heading inabamba, kutetea Ruto ni ngumu sahi kwa hii Kenya. But then when you go and you start kutetea Ruto inafaa kuwa umejipanga. Cause utapata ule mwenye anajua kutetea Kenya. Si mtu. You'll find that person who yani anajua kutetea nchi yake. Wewe umekuja na Ruto wako. Okay. Are Kenyans complaining? Yeah. Economy ya Kenya iko juu? Yeah. Economy is the common mwananchi okay? No. Aya. Yani you will be asked questions instead of you asking that person wewe ndio utakuwa interviewed sasa. Because when you just sit down ukianza kufikiria what is happening in the world, in the country. Yani hata digest. It does it. Inarudi mzima venye ilikuja. And I don't know what we can do for this thing, guys. But this month, it has been for a lot. Things have happened. Kwani Kenya, what is happening? Yani mnaamua mfanyia watu kiunyama hivyo venye tu mnapenda ama.
Now there's this MP from Mkunji. Sawa? Called Gitonga. Ametishia pia deputy. Like these people just wake up and speak things. We have politicians with no decorum. Let the producer play that in a few. Continue.
Ameamka akamtishia. Nani DP Kindiki ama DP Gachagua?
Kindiki.
Ati nani
Kindiki?
Anaitwa aje huyo?
Girinji. Aitwa Gitonga.
At least
Gitonga from Mukunji. Wacha aweze kuicheza tuisikie because I don't get why they keep on doing that thing. Of just waking me say understand I'm not on a display. Do you ever see the US people, of which please tell me Gypsy if I'm wrong? Do you ever see this working Trump and the other one speaking trash? Ama we've never really followed politics ya huko. Mimi sitaki mambo tu kama huyo mwenye unasema kumtetea unaongea like you asked me that question as the how does it help me? No, it hasn't helped me. I don't even know who it is helping. Sijui yule madam alikuwa anahagiwa kama ndo zimemsaidia ama ndo kiateka huko. Mimi sijui zinasaidia nani. Who are they helping? And then now we have this kind of politicians who they just stand up and speak. We have so I want a discipline. Let me tell you, they don't have discipline. You just wake up, you go get paid with those banners, and then you go home. It's like we don't have now. We just doing stuff for money, of which I'm here for money, but I'm here for money. So. But you know, nasaki kujustify yangu, unakuja hapa naongea Sawa, lakini jamani,
I said I can't side with anyone. I'll just side with myself. Mimi mwenyewe najijua. Nyi wengine mimi siwajui. Leaders, I don't know you. So don't think kama unaweza kama tu ni convince uniambie unajua there is this, I'll do this, I've done this, you've not seen this and that, whatever. You know that the way these politicians always come and tell us. Sisi naye tunaingia box, tunaanza kufuata mambo wanasema. You see? And actually, it never helps us in any way. It never, hata saa ile wanaongea, it never rings in our minds that this person is lying, this person is telling the truth. Haikujangi. Ule mwenye akuja kwanza mwenye anakupea uongo mtupu, ndio unaona yeye ndio yeye. Alafu anakupea kama 500, unaona huyu ametoa pesa mingi, huyu ndio anapea kura. They just in our minds. Wanajua venye wanakuja ukoroga yakini. Wanajua kabisa. And my people, mimi venye nasikia, I'm feeling so bad. But I'm telling you, let not these words, lies, buy you again. Don't let any uliwe na 500 bob atijua anatoa pesa mob. Sasa yeye ndio tunapea kura. Jua ameongea vizuri, unaona venye amesema atakuja kufanya. Wamama, I'm calling you wamama, come here. Come into my conference. I have a conference here for you, wamama.
Call it.
Wacha niwaambie kitu moja. Unajua sisi ndio huwa tunanunulika haraka sana kwa njia yani just a small thing. Usichukue shida zako ukuje ukaletea huyu jamaa. Au politician. Alizaa sijui amekupeka 500 kwa 200, unaona huyu anatoa pesa mingi. So unaona ni mzuri. Unasikia ile mambo anaongea. Sasa ndio wale waongo nambari 1. Hata fadhali ule mwenye atoi kitu. Na tena mwenye atoi kitu tena unajua si mzuri. Jua akipata. You know, maskini akipata nini uliambwata. Aya. Yeah? You know that msema.
Nini uliambwata? Suseme ni methali.
I don't like pronouncing it. I don't like it. Lakini sasa mwenye wakuelewa. Maskini akipata. Aishwe.
Let me research what that methali really means. Let me Google. What? Noma. Ulikuwa address wa mama.
Sasa umepewa 500 leo, kesho unatafuta mali kuna 500 nyingine. Yaani sasa kazi yako itakuwa kuzurura kama venye Tida alikuwa anazurura anatafuta pesa. Hakuna kijiji ambaye alikosa kuingia juu ya pesa. And that money buys you. Unaona nitapigia huyu. Huyu anaongea vizuri. Mnajiita kwa kikundi hapa nasema si tupe huyu kura. Huyu ni mzuri. Ule hapana. Ule tuone tuchukue pesa. Tudanganye alafu tuende. My friends, think. Tumia akili yako vizuri. Ukupewa akili utumie kwa vitu zenye uelewi ni gani ama ni nini. Okay? Tumia akili kufikiria. Hii pesa nakula. Hii pesa nimepewa. Inaenda kunisaidia na nini? But it never helps. Wamama wenzangu na kina dada, nawaambieni msinunulike na pesa kidogo. Wacha mtu asikuje kuwadanganya venye atakuja kufanya alafu sasa ile ashapata kiti, mshampea kura. Ndio huyo kashaenda. Ameenda sasa amejua hapa nina mshahara wangu kila mwezi. By the time 5 inaisha, si nitakuwa niko tajiri na nimekuwa maskini juzi. Nyinyi hamtakumbukwa hata kidogo. Because I know these people when they get money, when they receive that money, are those people kind of, I don't know. Yale mtu anabadilika once. Hata mimi sasa nikipewa 1 billion nachanganikiwa. Juu hiyo ni pesa yenye hujaishika in your life. Hata hujaiona. And then somebody just bring it to you ndio hii Tilda. Mimi nagonjeka times 2 mnioni kazi karibu wiki moja. Kwanza.
Mita moja. Billion. Hiyo nayo seti nini? Sawa. Hiyo nayo seti nini?
Nakwambia watu
I told you what? We'll be in what border? Going. Texting our boss. I'm going to send you something little. For your troubles. You tell your boss, let me send you something little for your troubles. Sindio, go find another. Sindio? Nothing personal. Just business.
Wacha tu pesa tuishi, unaanza kutafuta ule boss. My friend, utapata alibadilisha namba. Alibadilisha namba si ule wako.
I'll be at the gates. There.
Alishahama.
Hapa.
Kashahama. Ashaenda. Hautamkuta hapo tena. Namba alishabadilisha. Ashahama mali pale ambapo alikuwa anaishi. Ofisi ipo pale mali alishahama, ametoka mahali mlipo sasa hivi ameenda mahali kwingine, tauni nyingine. Hauwezi kumpata. Uwezi ukamuona. Hata uende Facebook, uende TikTok, uende Instagram, uende wapi X utampata. Bilioni 1 ilikubeba, umeenda hata hujamaliza nayo 1 year. Umeenda yani ukaenda ukaharibu. You know the problem with a lot of money is you spend it a lot. Yani hata kwanza hata unataka tu kila mtu ajue uko na do. Pesa ni mzuri pia ni mbaya. Ni mzuri ukishaipata inakusaidia kwa yale majukumu ambayo wewe unataka. Alafu pia inakusaidia kwa vitu kadha wa kadha. Sawa? Pesa ni mzuri. I can't face the camera saying that pesa si mzuri.
Let me tell you something. Money is good. So, and people say that money brings happiness. True. Because you feel I can buy that. So, if I want it. But let me tell you, it doesn't really fix it. Yeah. That is what I can tell you. Because I thought it's gonna fix, but it is not fixing. Say.
It can't fix.
It cannot.
Hata nini iko imevunjika kwa nyumba.
That's why you see these politicians wanazitafuta. Because they are trying to fill some hole huko ndani and it cannot fix that hole. Kalonzo akisimama hapa apewe, kwani Kalonzo kwa nini? Kalonzo si billionaire.
Watu wako tunano. Wala tuseme billionaire. But me I want to be a zillionaire. You see? That's my dream. I want to be a zillionaire. Is there something like zillionaire? But for me, I want to be.
Be. Go in Tanzania, you shall be.
When ulipashwa na pesa ya Tanzania.
Amwani acheni.
Akiwalai. But guys, money is good. But the people our leaders that we have in the country, the leaders that we chose, the leaders that we elected for, the leaders that we voted, hao watu wanatuangusha. Hata Kalonzo amesema, these are people are the failures. They're the ones who are failing the country. Yeah? Lakini pia wewe ukisema unjua uko hapo kwa sababu mmekuwa hapo mkizungukia hapo for the very longest time that you've been in the mnazunguka. Baada ya watu wako tu kwa government. Wanalipwa na nani? Kwani pesa hii inakujia wanaenda kuchukulia outside the country? You know, they don't. Okay, maybe as the producer made the video.
Yeah, the video is ready.
Geti ikitikia kama na mutingie mbakio. Wangapi wanaweza sema mkochi apata hiyo kiti? Ate muyambe utene. Wangapi wanasema naweza itisha kiti yote na wanipe? Geti ikitikia seneta mutingie mbakio. Hiyo ni mwoga, hiyo ni kidogo yangu Kwa hivyo niendelee hivyo. Sasa ile kitu nataka kuambia. Nie nirakikishire Embu ni atambulika na Kenya ngima. Ukathie rekondi cia Kenya. Tha ino ne gwicikene kwina mwana geta kwa mukunji. nundu wa wira uria ndutite na kuria mbunge mathimire makiona uria angivewa giti kiria kinene muno ni Mukunji ngiravewa giti kia imwana cionthe thiini wa mbunge sini sawa sawa koguo ningienda andu amanyata tukithie twacira tugasonga na who knows muthenya umwe taru ningia ukava ngira gwethi ivereki gire vale cia military ngira ukava gwika inspection ya guard of honor ni his excellency Gitonga Mukunji kana teguo koguo tuthie na mbere kuvwanira Ngai na nie ni mbiraga andu mamvoere indo itha kindu kia mbere mumvoere ugi nigetha mbaragie na ngarie na ugi uria umanite na Ngai tore avere King Solomon kindu gia kairi ni mutumaga mumvoere ithuki ciothe ni aigirwa njirari ithuki ciothe ni aigirwa njirari ishindwe kwa jina la Yesu ta maundu mama makuga ati ciana cia cukuru ciuma mucemanio wa Mukunji nie mbogete gutethia cukuru wewe county commissioner na nimeambiwa hiyo order imetoka kwa Kindiki wewe county commissioner ati amesema ati watu watolewe kwa mkutano yangu. Mkutano ya nani? Wewe uliitana mkutano pale ya wakulima wako kuja. Mimi ulisikia nikisema kitu. Sasa wewe unaingilia mkutano yangu kwa nini? Sasa mimi nakuja kusaidia watoto, wewe unasema waende nyumbani, watasaidika wapi na wewe wasaidii? Hiyo maneno mmekubaliana nayo wazazi? Waonyeshe tumekataa hiyo maneno ya kuchezea mikutano yetu. Wewe unatumika vibaya. Kwa sababu wakati umesema mkutano ya Mheshimiwa Mukunji isikuje hata county commissioner. Kwani mimi nakuja kukula county commissioner? Kwani mimi ananipea chakula? Si mimi nakuja kufanya kazi yangu? Na watu wanafaa wajue kitu moja. Watu wajue kitu moja. Mimi nimechaguliwa na wananchi. Mimi hii mchezo ya mtaa sitaki kwa sababu wananchi ndio nahudumia. Wewe county commissioner kwa sababu ni mara mbili sasa nimesikia hata umenyima watu yangu nafasi kwa mkutano. Mimi nakuheshimu, naheshimu all the national government, lakini ikifika mahali wewe unajaribu kugawanya watu yangu, mimi utadili na mimi direct na nikakutuma mpaka huko kwenye ulitoka. Wewe hizo orders from above. Hizo orders from above. Mimi sitambui hizo orders, natambua hawa wananchi. Na msifanye tuseme tunaweza fanya kazi bila nyinyi. Mimi nimekupea onyo. Kama iko shida, kuna mahali unaona Mukunji anafanya maneno yenye upendi, muite ukae chini na yeye. Kwa sababu mimi ni kijana wa kusikiza. Lakini ukicheza na kazi yangu, hii kazi nimepewa na hawa raia, tutaonana na wewe mundu kwa mundu na nitakupeleka mbele sana. Mimi nakuaga ule kijana aogopi. Mimi the reason why siogopi ni kwa sababu nikiogopa nyinyi nyote mmeogopa. Kwa sababu mlipea mimi kura, si ati kwa sababu nyinyi nyote hamwezi wa represent. Kila mtu hapa anaweza. Lakini mliona Mukunji ako na akili na anafaa. Si ni ukweli? Sasa hii ofisi ya ubunge, hii ndiyo serikali. Wenye wanaenda kutafuta mahali ingine, hii ndiyo serikali na iko hapa. Kama sasa nimejenga manyumba nyingi sana za chiefs na sub chiefs. Nimemaliza kutengeneza amari ya watu wetu polisi pale Gatituri. Nimeleta saa hizi, in the next 1 week nitakuwa naleta furnitures, viti na desks katika ofisi zote za machifu. Nafanya hivyo kwa sababu siwaheshimu? Sinafanya hivyo kwa sababu nawaheshimu? Katika process yangu ya kupeana bursaries, chiefs wanakaaga hapo ili waniambie ule mtu mwenye anaweza kuwa anajiweza na anaitikishia, analeta bursary, na tunafanya vetting pamoja. Wewe, mimi sijui ni kichaa gani unapata wewe county commissioner, na unajua Murkomen alikuwa hapa juzi, mkafanya mkutano, mkasema maneno yenu kule bunge, na watetea sana muongezwe mshahara. Mimi usinijaribu my friend, nitakupeleka chini. Usinijaribu. Asinijaribu ama ni aje? Mnataka ajaribu kijana? Unajua watu wajui mimi naweza ruka hata somersault. Ni vile sionyeshagi. Na tukue watu wa amani wa kufanya kazi pamoja. Si ni ukweli? Na hii kitu itabidi niongeze hii kwa sababu ni muhimu, inahusiana na hii maneno. Niliona Mheshimiwa Ndinde Nyoro amejenga ofisi tamu sana ya
some comments there. Money should never change your character. Be grounded because money is not everything.
Yes.
Then Koech akasema money is sweet. Then Gypsy akasema I'd rather have good health than money, so retail that sort of. Let me explain to you. So there are some days when I'm kind of when I'm broke, so and I get random money, I feel good. I'm gonna say it's dopamine. So it's a kind of dopamine in my brain. I feel good. I go buy myself a nice juice, as you are going to do after this. But it doesn't fix. After some point, you will feel the same way. So it is sweet. Hi. Then they say, Coach Brian, what? Money is only sweet when you work for it, not bribe-wise. I would say, someone asked me a few years back when, 2017, so I was in Form 3, and this woman was very rich. She was one of those rich mothers in school that used to come with like, maid anakuja na gari yake, yeye anakuja na gari yake, nini wanakuja, they used to come and put like a whole tent. They have those zile za kunini zitangu aje, those ones that you teleprompter. Is it a teleprompter? No, teleprompter is different. That one that reflects, you watch there. So if you put in a wall like this one, it's gonna show you that like the entire place is gonna be a movie. Nitwaje? Hiyo kitu, I'm forgetting the name. So they used to come with that thing.
I've never seen that, that's why nakwambia I don't.
You have you ever gone for movies? Uko ocha kitambo zile za Yesu. Aki zile movies za Yesu wanakuja kuonesha. See that one. Sawa? So that woman, I was like, how are you? I used to be
Ile la karatasi.
Sasa kuna ile kitu ya reflective.
Yes, day one.
I used to have it back there. I don't know the name. I'm forgetting the name. For movie nights. Yeah. Now, I asked that woman, so, and I was like, I want to get like, I have a net worth that I want to have in future, so, but not that I told that woman, because that was a lot of money back when, like, for me, it was a lot of money, so I said, I want 5 billion, to be given 5 billion, and she was like, let me tell you, that money is not gonna be the same as the money that you work for. But is that really the truth? You know, sorry, man. Like, right now, if you're given 5 billion, what will you do with 5 billion? I know I will buy lands everywhere and start a real estate company. So I know I will be doing a lot because I want by the time I am coming to die, that is in 3,000 years from now, that is when now that man will be handed. So 3,000 years from now. So yeah, both works. And translations, anyone, Koech, Brian, Victor Kaleka, Tilda Zulfa. So basically that person was just lamenting and boasting how he's so good and all that. And then Koech, at Zulfa, we are not talking about your Tanzanian currency, it's Kenyan currency. Oh no, najua nimekwambia ukienda Tanzania utakuwa zillionaire. So and now you had just to come for me like direct. Yeah. What? Thank you. Inaitwa projector. Projector. It projects. Thank you so much. You're my dictionary. It projects. So like basically when we used to do like movie nights on Saturdays, we used to like put it in a wall huku juu. So you sleep just mnaangalia huku. So beautiful. Yeah. So say, how do you feel about the nini being kutishiwad? Umesikia huyu bro mabonga wewe? Abanga msea kwa soba? Anapiga soma, anajua kwa Meru sahi, so you know. Sawa? Ako Meru, so you know. So you know. Sawa?
So sema kila mtu ako na free nini? Kila mtu ako na free speech. Freedom of speech.
Hata ya kutishia DP.
Kama hao wanatishiwa. I think it's a nini, whatever. Ni kama wako competition ya kubishana, ya you know guys, ya kurushiana midomo. Yaani hao ndio wanataka kuonekana. Are those people hao wanataka kuonekana venye wanajua kurusha midomo, au pia wanataka kuona, hawataki kubaki nyuma, wanataka kuonekana like they are, yani ndio wako juu. Hapana tambua orders from above. By the way, mimi hapana tambua. I'm with you guy. Hapana tambua orders from above. Natambua orders from the
What is orders from above? From God.
God one.
Oh, this is Moses coming down from the mountain saying, here it is. God has said.
Unajua Moses alifika mahali akakata.
Akaambia
God, mimi naenda na waambie wewe ndio unasema hawanisikii. Wewe enda waambie mwenyewe sasa.
But the stories on the Bible, they are really beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful zenye Mose, sawa? Alikuwa huko aliona mgongo ya God. Sawa? And he came down from the mountain looking all white. And then when the mountain swallowed him, because the mountain swallowed him, he never died. He was swallowed by Mount Sinai. The devil tried to come and take his body. But the devil found St. Michael, archangel, there. The Bible is just beautiful. So, and then the devil was coming for the body of Moses or something. Or maybe was coming to perform necromancy, you know. But you know that now the devil and Michael are like brothers. So Michael was just like, bro, tembea man, usikie iwezi, mzae amesema iwezi. Wewe acha tuna Mose akaya hapa. The devil was like, mbona mkoagi fair? Sawa? And then Michael ako like, mimi ndakuvaa. Unajua when last born ndakuvaa, enda. And then the devil went.
The devil was the last one.
Yeah.
My mother, where are you to bring another one? I don't want out. Oh God. Hey. Lakini alafu ufike mbinguni upata hakuna hiyo story.
Story kama gani?
Lakini imagination can make you imagine.
No, I'm telling you the truth. It's only that I've put it in like in this. Like, oh God, I swear to God, sometimes I usually think to myself, what if upate hata kuna story kama Bible? Like ni mjamaa zake ziko zimeshika na akaandika vitu.
That's why.
it is really.
That's why I'm imagining that.
Sometimes now I sit down with myself. I'm like, what if I found there's nothing like the Quran. There's nothing. These are
Like
just
the
two
Bible.
people and the Bible. Now kina Devi, wakina sijui nani Muhammad. They never really existed.
Adam, sijui nani,
Hamna.
Hawa, sijui.
Ilikuwa tu mjamaa alikuwa anaandika novel. But sasa like I usually sit down and think, so what if like there were people kitambo wale walibebwa na maji na hii ilikuwa ni kitabu ya mtu. Unaona sana alikuwa anaandika novel na ndio ilibaki na sasa sisi kuja kuipata tuko like ona
Mambo yenye yalikuwa ya
na
God.
ilikuwa tu ni story, hakuna kitu kama hiyo eti mjamaa.
But then mimi ukaa chini naanza kufikiria.
So but no, but let us
Upata hata hakuna mtu mwenye alikuwa anaitwa Moses na Abak au akina Kenjo sijui akina. Okay guys, back to the topic of today.
back to the topic. So
back to our
the
updates.
matter.
Unajua sasa ni updates, ndio? Tuna update.
We're just updating you on random different things. That's why it's called the updates, yeah? Because we update you on the Kalonzo, we update you on the Gitonga, we update you on whatever. Kuna Tilda and Zulfa, why don't you tell us a bit about what he said? I didn't get anything. Wacha kusema Joseph Mutu anasema wacha kusema ukweli. Sijui anaambia nani acha kusema ukweli. So basically he was talking about things. I'm forgetting even what he was saying. But it was just a lot of lamenting and telling his people how he's capable of doing a lot of things. And he just like boasting. I'm going to say just boasting.
Anajisifia.
Anajisifia, anajipiga, anatia tembo maji.
And we say there's no hakuna venye the way he has built his chiefs manyumba ya machifu kwa sijui nini ya polisi sijui anataka alete desk aki watu na kujikamba
and telling Kindiki that he will bring him down, that he's so, in fact he's talking different things, that he's so good at Somersets. Just telling Kindiki basically if Kindiki comes at him, he will go at him, and if he fears, that means that his people fears. Just a lot of boasting and stories.
Yeah. But people, yani wameamua, watu wameamua ni ile, au wakiongea hivi, na si pia tuongee hivi. Au wakifanya hivi, na pia sisi tunafanya. But there's somebody who said, sasa Gachagua, anashida tu kijiji moja. Yani, badala atembe, badala Gachagua you have to go around. Wasikuone mchache hivyo. And maybe he's planning and people doesn't know. Anangoja maybe time ya campaign ndio aanze kuzunguka nini yote. But there is sijui nani alisema by the way. I don't know who is this. Ati wewe Osoro is the one who said. Anakuja hapa sasa ile alikuwa anasema nyenye. Mtu anakuja anafanya nyenye. Anashinda kijiji moja tu hapo tu wa mnyoro tu hapo. Hapo tu ndo anazungukia akibwekea hapo. Badala atembee hizi nini zingine. Even you are coming to give him ideas. Thank you, but you're doing good. If I akai tu mahali pamoja, we know. Anafaa zunguke, lakini maybe it's waiting for the right time for him to do that. Na mtu anakaanga anajipanga, anapiga plans zake vizuri before afanye nini? A move, make a step forward. Wezi anza tu kuwaranya hapo, kanyanga tu unaenda. Lazima uangalie ni wapi unakanyaga, majestically going to address people from, we want to see you. Gachagua, we want to see you in Ukambani, between Machakos, we want to see you in Western region, huko kwa kina Natembea, nataka kukuona huko kwa kina Mudavadi huko, ukisalimia Mudavadi huko, nataka kukuone ukiwa huko wapi Kalenjin huko, kuone huko wa Masai. Yeah, you just do that, okay? Try your luck. And I always say, try your luck. Ujuangi, na mimi napenda kuzitry. Hey, I like trying my luck. Nikijua I want this thing, nitaifuata mpaka niipate. And I'm telling you guys, is the truth. hata ikuwe ni miaka ngapi, I will get. But I always pray, I don't want it to take long. If I want it, I want it. Inaweza take long ikuje wakati nimeisha. Wakati sijitambui, sijielewi. If you want something, go for it. Yani ifuate, fukuzana nayo uipate. Because this leadership, unataka leadership. Una wale wanafuatana na kiti cha MP, wengine governors, wengine MCAs, wengine women representatives, wengine wanataka president, wengine deputies, wengine secretary cabinets, wengine, you see. So mnatafuta kazi yenyewe mnataka kufanya, nyinyi mjitafutie tu. Mkimbie huku nje mzunguke, hiyo pesa mtaniambia mnatoanga wapi hiyo yenyewe mnagawa. Yenye hata mtu hata ukienda tu kununua chipo mwitu pale ishaisha. Hata ujuange ukisha tu nunua chipo mwitu ni hivyo. Au tujuange mali venye zingine zitaenda. So my dear people, my dear friends, my dear lovely people, let's focus. Ni focus tu mtaweka. Unaona hao watu wanakuja huku, wanapita huku kando. Ni distraction tu wanaleta. Hakuna kitu kingine. Yaani msahau kuna vitu Ruto anafanya. Mkuja msahau kuna kwa na Gachagua mahali. Mkuja msahau kuna watu wengine nafaa tuangalie pia. Hao wenye wanapita huku kando wanaleta some distractions zingine zenye hata zieleweki. Ndio tukiweka focus. Actually, unaona tukiweka focus, I can see Ruto out of the office. Because youth mmeamua, jinsi mmeamua ni sisi na wewe. Hakuna kurudi nyuma. Mbele kuzuri. Nyuma ni kubaya. Mbele kuzuri. Tunakanyaga na tunaenda nalo venye linaenda. Hakuna cha kutuambia hapa ati kura ni baada ya 7 years. For what? Ukifanya kama 5 zimekushinda, ukiongezewa zingine zifikie 7 ndio utafanya kazi vizuri. Si ndio tutateseka zaidi? Ndio sasa si watu ndio watakufa zaidi. Ama hey, wacha hizo 5 ziisha alafu mseme haki. And I don't want it to get to that point because I feel like God ni kama ametuacha, and we always say that you don't supposed to feel like God amekuacha, but sometimes you feel sometimes you feel like yani God umeamua kuniacha.
Drop that feeling. Drop that. God never ever leaves you.
No, you yani unakaa hivi unaanza kufikiria mbona
you left God.
Why me?
Why me?
Why me?
Maybe that is one question I've never asked myself. Why me? Why me? No. That is a question that I'll never ask myself.
Ask yourself why me, but don't ask why me and not that. Never.
Like I never.
Ukisema why me and not that one.
Why me?
Yampate.
Why me? Even
why
like even right now, like I usually say I have the most precious thing ever. So the most precious thing, you know what is my most precious thing. So even if I lost that, I would never ask myself why me. I would be like, it is hard that I've lost this, so but God, you know why. I might cry a tear or two. One, okay, I don't know. Some like it's really hard for me to really cry. I try, I feel it coming, so but then it doesn't really come for my issue. But for your issue, I will cry. So that. But I usually say, don't never.
Nafa mniombe machozi basi.
Well, you are always crying. Kidogo. But it's good.
Even if I'll not cry like that, but when I just look at you like this, you'll just see it.
Yeah, I know. It's good that you cry. I want to teach myself how to cry.
But really for me, actually, crying helps me a lot.
But never ask yourself why me.
Ukinikosesa,
why me is selfish.
Nitakuangalia.
Why me? Why me is very selfish to ask yourself why me, because there are people who are going through much shit than you. So when you say why me, and there's someone who has lost their husband, the child, through whatever, there's someone who has been raped, and tortured, and you're asking yourself, why me? Because umekota za
Hata yeye anajiuliza pale why her, why them.
No, mambo ya why me mwache.
Lazima wajiulize.
I will never, and I've gone through drama, but I've never ever asked myself, why me? Why me? I know, I usually find this myself saying, better me. I could be dead now. So
you know, ukikaa hivi ukisema why me, and then you step outside the your door.
Yesterday when you were telling me Mungu si Asumani, and you are here being like, and then we go there and things go good. So and I'm like, I wanna punch you in the face.
Lakini wacha tu niwaambie. Yaani kama umai kuwa tu na shida. Alafu umekuja ukafaulu kidogo. Alafu kale kashida tena kakurudi. Kale kashida tu tena kakurudia hivi kidogo. Haki unajihurumia. Unajihurumia, unashangaa. Kwani in which world am I in? By then yesterday, jana mimi nilikuwa nimejihurumia. I was like,
licking your own wounds. Never lick your wounds, man.
Nitaifika.
And you know,
I don't love what we did yesterday.
What did we do?
Like, because
we did nothing. Where? We did nothing.
Like, because one day
we did nothing. Because let me ask you, did I go for it or it came for me?
I don't know.
It came for me.
I just saw.
Let me then ask me. Ask me what went down. So when we were dancing, there, so it came. I was
I
like,
just saw a flashlight.
You know, that's because I am so positive. You know, when you're positive, the universe brings things to you. So the universe
but I have to ask you, even I didn't remember.
You didn't even get. Let me tell you.
You have questions to answer.
You have after the show.
Behind
I will tell you what happened. But it came. I didn't. It is the universe.
Because I
just saw things.
What I remember, I was bouncing.
And then I departed from
talking,
you.
And then kidogo I saw a flashlight. Kidogo I'm alone.
And then the next moment, you're flying to where you're going.
I'm being told, Tilda,
get in this.
Come over. But God is just God.
God is just God. In fact, let me tell you, I did not go for it. You know, when you were there bouncing, you were doing your thing, telling me, whatever, and I was bouncing next to you, Sawa, and the others were like, what is wrong with this girl? Sawa. That one was like, hey, Sawa, and then I was like, hey, Sawa, and you were there bouncing, going, and then we flew back home.
Can we pass by?
What? To do what?
That flashlight. It be your flashlight.
You're a bad person.
I just want that flashlight.
Hey. But you see how?
I was like, and it wasn't.
But you see how the universe grants you stuff. So, the moment you're positive. No, I never even talk. Now, coach, mi sijui nimemfanyia nini, sawa? But anasema hivi. It also make sure you update us when your bus ticket is ready, so, or will you present an official? But then, am I presenting an official apology for what? For Samia? Am I apologizing for being Tanzanian? What am I apologizing for? Koech, we should be in Mogadishu before I'm out. We said that. So when you show me your bus ticket, I will show you mine like this. We cheers and you go and I go if we are going. Double act. Let me tell you, Gypsy, as you're laughing, yesterday was a really funny day. Sawa. And we listen and we don't judge.
Yes.
No, yesterday was a really funny day. Tilda was going through one of our episodes. So I was like, how can I make this girl Nini? I thought if I give you that pressure of let us do that, Sawa, it will break you and already you're broken. So I was like, let me just follow your lead. But You see how I was positive the entire time, although you know I hate what you made me do. So I hate doing that thing, you know, I hate doing that thing. So now when we are bouncing, so we started bouncing, like literally, the bouncing, the way those ghetto people bounce. So as we were bouncing, so, then
Something just happened.
And Tilda bounced because Tilda was avoiding thinking I am going there to do something that will bring the other thing. So then the next moment I'm just telling her, do you want to fly back home? So, and then they're like, yeah, yes. So
I just bothered to get a kukufa to kufie tu.
But now you did something else. Let me tell you what you did. When we landed, so you walked to a distance.
It's like I was
not
there.
She was not.
I was never there.
Yeah, and then I'm like, she's there, and then let me tell you.
You know, that's what my aunt taught me. I used to walk with my aunt kabisa. Sasa akibaki nyuma akifanya shughuli, mimi nilikuwa na jipa shughuli because there's our grandfather who used to follow us behind. So akipata mkifanya ujinga, sasa mimi nilikuwa najitoa hivyo. In case mtu akuja mimi na mwalati mape ama mimi najitoa hapo najikausha, it's like I was never there. But that one nilijua si we are going and we were not standing there to speak for a long time.
What? I was not standing to speak for a long time.
Yeah.
You smile, my dear.
I smile.
You just smile. That was that you just nini. I will tell you what happened. So ghetto bounce, yeah, we love doing that ghetto bounce, especially when she's sad. It makes her happy. I don't know why. But why does it make you happy to do that when you're sad?
And you know I like being sad. I don't know why.
But then you are obsessed. I used to think I'm obsessed because I love sad songs and sad movies and things. But you are obsessed with that.
I don't mean napenda kasi just as ball.
You're like, oh my God, the universe hates me. The universe is so busy to hate you.
Not the universe. The people are the ones who annoys me. So, yani, I can just... But instead of fighting with you and doing whatever, all dramatic things, my friends, I'll just go sit there at the corner. I cry for myself. I finish. I'll come back talking to the same person that amenikosea in a good way. Even
Etibusikia hii before tumalize show. So, till I told you got the best fake friend. Mark my words. Now, I'm the best fake friend when I was doing that for you, and I would have gone back home to my place and just be like...
And you know me, if you just leave me there, I'll just walk and go.
And you will be sad, and you would have been so sad though. Sindio? You would have hated me. You would have been looking me like... I asked you just like the other day when I asked you a question, you were like, see, they were just talking. So people, as we digress. We digress. So, Kalonzo and all these leaders, you should teach yourself how to really address the public. We're not in the siasa za moi anymore. You are addressing people who are educated. We are addressing people who look for evidence and know how to get evidence. So please stop. Na hii mimi story ya jaba ya wewe unaweza fanya. I'm sorry. Somerset, please.
I used to do that. Hey, it was so nice.
What?
Is it Somerset?
Somerset.
Yay! I used to like. But then if somebody just take me back to that.
Take you back to the innocent days.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something that I'm sure of.
No, even...
Let me tell you something that I'm sure of. So, as you want to go back to the innocent days, you can never protect any innocence. So, but you can preserve that innocence. I'm going to make sure that I preserve that innocence. Yeah. For Adena. It is Adema.
Not na.
Adema. For Adema and Caramel. That innocence is going to be there. That innocence is not going to be taken by anybody unless they are willing to just give it up.
Nataka yani. No ile time yenye ulikuwa unafanya tu kazi yako. Unatoka, you just put on your shorts. Your zinaitwa manati.
Manati is what?
Manati ni viatu ya mpira.
Oh.
Unaenda kwa field. Yani you just play. I love football.
But you can still play though, you know that.
I love football.
Let's go play. I know somewhere, I know a field near here. We could just go and just
and
be
I
like,
just go play. I go run. I used to like
you be a
football.
child again.
I like handball, and then
Me, I
like
wanna walk in the
athletics.
rain.
Yeah, I just honey. Oh God, can you bring me that? Yes, you will. You will.
I wanna kutembea kwa mvua mimi. Si kucheza na mpira, kutembea na mvua tu.
Me, I used to napenda mpira, but I don't like watching ball. It's mainly to watch.
I love Liverpool, but I know no one. I just love the name. So, okay, now tell the people something and then we wrap up the show.
My people, but right now I've tried my best. I was almost sleeping, but I'm good. I'll be okay. Sipendi kukaa nyumbani, that's why. But I could be at home right now. Nimeenda hosi, nimekuja, nimelala, nimekula. But I don't like just staying at home. I just went, buy dawa, come to work. I take my dawas and then kazi inaendelea. So thank you guys for being with us. Telling people that focus on what we want right now. We are not focusing on what is happening huko kando kando. Hii yenye happen kando kando tunaenda tunaguzia na tunasonga mbele, tunaendelea na ile yenye tunataka. We have a target hapa mbele. So we have to look on what we want hapa, not what is happening huko, because where our focus should be is on this Ruto. Hapo ndio focus yetu iko. Okay? So vitu zingine zikikuja huko ni distraction, you have to know that. And these people who are talking, please, acha tu kuingiliana tu. Watu kama wameenda mahali waende wafanye shughuli yao. Wakishamaliza kufanya shughuli yao, kila mtu arudi kwake ama arudi mahali anafanya kazi. Mtu aende tu afanye ile shughuli imempeleka. Sio lazima useme unaona ule fulani, ati ule wa DCP sasa ndio nini? Unaona ule sijui nani, sijui whatever. No, that's not work. Hata you are just wasting a lot of time. Kama umeenda tu kuambia wananchi habari zenyu mko aje, mimi nimekuja kufanya hivi, tunataka kuendelea maendeleo yetu, pesa yangu ni hii, kama unatoa pesa. And then unaenda nakaa chini. Yeah? Mwingine anakuja anasema yange, it's not a must murushe midomo na huku because we don't want kabisa. We don't want. But guys, mimi nawaambia unaona tu focus. Tuweke tu focus yetu pale. And I trust in God. And let me tell you, if you trust in God, huyu Ruto atakuwa tu one term. Hiyo tu one term. Watu wenye wako hapa, hata wenye tunaona akina Msalia, akina sijui Weta, hata Weta siku hizi nimekaa bila kumuona. Ana exist wapi? Nimekaa bila kumsikia. These are the people that even hata tujui kama wana exist. But okay, it's okay. Wako wanafanya kazi, wanapata pesa yao, wanafanya ile kazi ambayo wanaona hao wanafanya, but for we Kenyans we don't see. Thank you for being with us since morning till now. Tunawapenda sana, tunawaenzi, tunawalombo tov. Yeah, we will be here again tomorrow asubuhi na mapema kama kawaida pale 2:00. Na Mungu akawabariki sana, akawaongezee, sawa, akawape uzima, and you just know good words about just God. Let just God be with you. Our fans, this Akene family, we love you people. Akina Gypsy, akina Koech, akina Victor, akina Stanley, akina nani, Obedi. There's so many people. There's those who akina Princess, Mercy Princess, when you wanna watch tu hapo, my silent viewers, welcome to KNA, my people. So this is a good place of vibes. Si tunapenda sana. And even if you meet us outside there, yeah, me na Zulfa, you can't know we are the ones who are here. We are always different. When tuko hapa, we are different. When we are out there, we are different.
We are different.
We are different. Huh? Asanteni sana, tukutane kesho majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu. Inshallah, kwa heri. My name is Tilda. See you.
And I am Zulfa. Today ilikuwa ni Ijumaa Mubarak. Sawa. And we're so glad that you join us. We're so happy. Victor, Gypsy, everybody, and Mr. Koech, who is apparently just going after me in everything, but it's okay. You keep me on my toes. So, yeah. Bye-bye. Imejaa? 77. See? Zima hizi master tuanze kutoka, tumebakisha in fact